Evening, everyone. It's Sal Strap Post. How you doing? And welcome to Sal Reacts. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. What a fantastic result for Manchester United. Finally, we have something positive to talk about. Southampton 0, Manchester United 3. What a great game. Some fantastic performance, some fantastic individual performances, of course, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Changed my mind. I'm back. Absolutely good to see you, Jim. Good to see you. You don't get any sleep, Jim. What's the time over there, by the way, Jim? What's going on? What's the time over there? Absolutely delighted. Man United win by 3-0. We said 2-0. 3-0 is good enough. We'll take that, of course. And we should have won by more. Let's be honest. Their penalty wasn't a penalty. It was outside the box. So some people tried to debate with me whether it was a penalty or it wasn't a penalty at the end of the day. Manchester United win 3-0. And that is what it's all about, guys. And I'm going to look at 11:52. My goodness me, 11:52 p.m. But it's Saturday. Enjoy it while you can, guys. Enjoy life while you can. Absolutely good to have you here. Anyway, Jim, thank you so much for joining me. Yes, and it's been quite a game. To be honest with you, the game didn't start too well. The game started a bit edgy, if you ask me. We weren't playing to our strengths. Southampton were getting too much of the ball, and then when we scored that goal, something happened. Something just ignited the team, and it just, everything started to fall into place. We started to dominate the game. And in the second half, we dominated. One thing I would say, though, we had a chance to score goals. We had so many chances to score more goals. We need to be more ruthless in future. We do need to be more ruthless, guys. Gonna choose to watch another game winning. Absolutely enjoy it because we won. When you win, when you win, you get that feeling, don't you? It's a bit like in England, we have match of the day. And when we lose, I weren't too interested in match of the day. But when we win, you know what? I'm watching match of the day, guys. Come on. We won the game 3-0 today. It's nice to get 3 goals on the board. For goodness sake, when was the last time that happened, for crying out loud? 3 goals, 3-0, brilliant win. And that sets us up nicely for the cup tie. And of course, Villa and Crystal Palace and Spurs, of course, as well. We're going to have much tougher games than that. Let's not be delusional. We will have much tougher games than that. But at the end of the day, you can only beat what's in front of you at the end of the day. Now, in my opinion, my man of the match was De Ligt. I felt De Ligt gave me Nemanja Vidic vibes. I don't know about you, but De Ligt today gave me Nemanja Vidic vibes. He was absolutely phenomenal. 3 goals, 3 points. As Stephanie says, thank you so much. So great. 3 goal clean sheet, very sweet. It's been a while since we said that, isn't it? It's been a while since we've had a nice clean sheet and 3 goals as well. Absolutely delighted with the result, guys. Move on to the next game, of course. We cannot rest on our laurels. We have got tougher games to come, but we take this game and we enjoy our Saturday today because the last 2 weeks has been a bit toxic in regards to the fan base and whatnot. Do you know what I mean? Big up, Kenny. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. Very, very good to have everyone. Don't forget, anyone want to join me on the stream, you can all join me, guys. Big up everyone who wants to join in and join me on the stream. Absolutely happy with that, guys. Delighted with the result, of course. But let's not forget, some of those individual performances there were absolutely brilliant. In regards to De Ligt, Xerxes, I mean, I know he missed some chances, but Xerxes, in my honest opinion, got into good positions, and I was happy with that at the end of the day. I was happy with that he got into those positions. Mazraoui was phenomenal at the end there. It was phenomenal. Ahmad was dangerous. Big up Sanchez, but Ahmad was dangerous as well. Everything fell into place for us in regards to some individual performances, of course. And Ugarte came on and he done well, when he came on. It was good, and I'm delighted with the result. I'm happy with the result, guys. I don't know how you're feeling. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling happy this Saturday evening, of course. And I think I'm going to chill out this evening now and watch a few movies, put my feet up and relax now. Because at the end of the day, we won the game and we can watch the rest of the football in peace and in happiness, of course, guys. But my man of the match today was Matthijs de Ligt. He was brilliant. He was a Rolls Royce. I said, we got rid of a Rolls Royce and we bought in a Mazraoui, of course, but also de Ligt was a Maserati, and he was brilliant today, absolutely. And it reminded me of Nemanja Vidic, some of the play he was doing, of course. That's true how I feel, whether it's football team or rugby league team. Absolutely, Jim, you legend. Thank you so much. Big up everyone. Big up Jetsau and Jim. Big up Stephanie, of course. Yep, that's me, of course. Big up Sanjeev. Big up Santefli. Big up you. Welcome, sister. Absolutely welcome everyone to the stream for Sal Reacts. It's nice to have a reaction show where we've won the game, of course, because recently we've been very downhearted in regards to our results. Sal laughed at us. Sal, What's going on? They laughed at us. Absolutely, Mark. They laughed at us. They laughed at us. They can't laugh anymore. The Lit performed like, honestly, it reminded me of the Nemanja Vidic-esque, guys. The Nemanja Vidic-esque, of course. Let me just let's get this on. Let's get this on. Mark, what's going on, bro? What's going on?
Bro, they laughed at us midweek, bro.
Let me get you up. Let me get
They
you up.
said, where were the goals coming from, bro? They wanted to
Let me
know where the
get the
goals was
volume
coming
up
from. Oh,
if I
you
can.
can't hear
If I
me?
can, absolutely. If I can get the volume up, I can't hear you at the moment, brother. I don't
Could
know
you hear
what's
me
going
better?
on
You
here.
could hear me. Let me go
Let
out
me
and come
get
back.
this
Let me go
up.
out and come back in.
Da,
I'll
da,
go out
da,
and
da,
come
da,
back in.
da. Settings. Big up, Mark, by the way. Big up, Mark. I'm just trying to get him on the volume, of course, guys. Of course, let me see if I can get him on. Because Mark can't hear anything at the moment for some reason. For some strange old reason, I can't hear nothing. Edit mic seconds. Here we go. Edit. Reduce background noise. Volume. I'm going to put this right up at the end of the day.
Can you hear me now?
Mic volume. Let me see.
Can you hear me now, bro?
Yeah, I can't hear nothing, mate. 1 second.
Bro, I'll come back in. Let me go out and come back
Da,
in.
da, 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 da. Goodness me. Yeah, it's gone off. Unfortunately, sorry about that, Mark. Sorry about that. I'll get it fixed. 1 second. These banners are going all over the place now. 1 sec. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I'll get you on in a second, mate. I'll get you on in a second. Sorry, I couldn't hear Mark there. Trying to get the sound up. Let me just see if I can fix that up a little bit, if possible, so I can get more people on the stream, guys. No worries, no worries. I'll get it on in a minute. I'll get you guys on in a minute. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that, Mark. Sorry, mate. Trying to get people on, but I haven't got the volume. Where goals coming from? They said exactly. We should have scored 8 or 9 today, mate. I'm not even exaggerating. We should have scored 8 or 9. Absolutely. Audio. Yeah, audio's all good. I don't know why I can't hear anything on this screen. Having issues. Let me have a look at this. 1 second. Which this one. So F. Let me have a look at this. There we go. That's better. I think I can hear you now. Oh, I've set that up now, guys. It should be all good now for anyone to come on the stream. Hopefully. Sorry, I couldn't hear anything before. They all laughed at us. Absolutely, guys. They did. Absolutely did laugh at us, guys. Big up, Jim. Big up yourself. John Z, how you doing? Hi, Sal. What did you think of Xerxes' performance? I thought he was brilliant, Xerxes. I thought he got in some really good performance, really good positions, of course. Definitely, guys. I thought he did, guys. Absolutely. Let me just paste this up. Let me see if I can hear you now, Mark. Let me try and bring Mark to the stage once again, if
Big
I
up, bro.
can.
Can you hear
Yes,
me?
yes, I can hear you now, brother. Thank you so much for being
Nice.
patient.
Bro,
What's
it's
going
all
on,
good,
man?
bro. It's all good. It happens, bro. It happens.
Live
Bro, I'm just
television.
happy, bro. I'm enjoying the day now. I can continue with my weekend. United has done the business. You know what I mean? Of course, there were some moments in the game that weren't perfect, but we could have scored 6 or 7, in my opinion. You said 8 or 9. It could have been more, but we did score 3, and I think that we should give the guys the credit. They fought well. It was a game away, a tough game. Some really harsh tackles I see flying in. Big up to that. But you know what I mean? It's a work in progress. We get the business done. Move on to next week. Let's not harp on it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's what I mean. It's going to be harder games to come, of course. Southampton weren't great. They did start well, to be honest. I was a bit nervous at the beginning of the game. They got a penalty, which I don't think was a penalty. I don't know about you. What do you think about that? That looked like outside the box for me.
I
It didn't
mean,
look
when you
like.
have to look under a microscope, then it's a put the situation where I start thinking, well, you're reaching for something at this point. You know what I mean? I felt
Yeah.
like if you can't tell immediately it was a penalty and you have to pull out a magnifying glass, you might as well just leave it as not a penalty and give a free kick. Keep the game moving. But you know what I mean? They would say it's Manchester United favoritism, so they got the penalty. Arana saved it. We went back 6 minutes later and scored our opening goal. A brilliant header from Delit. I think it was very well done by the big man. You know what I mean?
I think so as well, man. I was delighted with the performance in the second. Like after that goal, we just dominated the game. I ain't seen us play like that for a long time. And people were talking about the set piece coach, the way we're getting the crosses in, we're creating chances from set pieces for a change. It was nice. It was nice, and we haven't seen a performance like that for a while. We have seen patches of it, but we dominated that game. And let's not get it twisted. We should have won that game a lot more. And people are going to say, oh, you only won 3-0. Like, we should have won by a lot more. At the end of the day, I thought that Xerxes should have had a brace. At the end of the day, we should have had Rashford should have had another one as well. Was clean through as well. He should have scored
Bruno
as
as
well.
well should have had one or two.
He should have had one as well. Look, Ramsdale, if it wasn't for Ramsdale, it would have been a cricket score at the end of the day, in my opinion. I think it would.
100%.
And
100%.
these
And
guys,
who Southampton played in the opening 2 matches? I
They
can't
they
remember.
played Newcastle in the first game, and Newcastle went down to 10 men after the first couple. First was I think it was 15 minutes or something like that, and then Newcastle won 1-0. But Southampton should have won the game. They missed chance after chance. They should have still won that game. They lost to Brentford, I think, and they also lost to Nottingham Forest, I think, as well. I believe, but it was close. But you know what? They would have been smelling blood today. So it was good to get the win. To be honest with you.
Yeah, some of those tackles were looking like they were smelling blood as well, bro. It looked pretty
Yeah.
rough out there today.
And
They
what
was
about that
going
referee
after
with the yellow
Garnacho
cards,
heavily
bro?
as well. And Ahmad,
Yeah, but the referee was not on our side. The
I
yellow
still
cards
don't
every
understand
single tackle.
how mean we get a yellow card for 100%, bro. I don't understand where that was coming from at all, bro. It was one of those situations where you're looking at it from a perspective of how. I mean, even though I'm a United fan, you expect a little bit of leeway to be given for some situations. I mean, when it really looked dangerous, you give a yellow card. When it looked like really, really drastic, you give a red card. But I mean, it's United, so perfection.
It was perfect. Today, do you know what? I'm seeing some good signs. I don't know. I haven't felt this way in a long time about Man United. Even though we lost those two games, I just felt like something was brewing, something was happening. And I know this is Southampton. I know we shouldn't get too giddy, but I just feel like this could trigger us for the next couple of games. I mean, we're going to beat Barnsley hopefully, and then we go on against Villa and Crystal Palace. We win those two games, we're right back in the mix. We're right back in it.
Right back, right
Do you know
back.
what I mean? And people are writing us off already.
Let them write us off. That's all good. No problem here with that, Sal. We've been there before. What I mean? We are the team, the dark horse right now, currently, when we should be the brightest star. But you know what? We could build our way back and step one step at a time to the top. And if you look at the situation right now, look at the Ugarte performance. Casemiro come on and create that last goal out of
Yeah.
nothing. What I mean? We seeing little things adding. We seeing pluses coming into the team. Ugarte performance, I pretty much rated highly. People don't understand, like him drawing all the fouls he was drawing while carrying the ball, waiting on some of those players, taking the pressure off. That assisting our build up going forward are largely, what I mean? Largely. And I expect it to be more and more going forward. I expect it to get better.
It will get better. Players are settling well. I mean, Delict's performance, man, he was like Vidic esque. It was incredible performance. Like, it was dominant. It was like a captain performance. It was brilliant. And the way he made them first couple of challenges out in the open stages of the game, he was brilliant. Xerxes was brilliant. Xerxes got in the position. What I'm happy about Xerxes is that his movement, he got in the positions to score goals. Those goals will come, but he got in those positions and he set up our first goal at the end of the day. It ended up a corner, which led to the first goal, of course, as well. Ahmad, brilliant, of course. He done okay as well. Mainu, again, brilliant, for a young lad as well. The whole team, to be honest, was really good. And I'm happy with the team. Mazrui looks like an unbelievable signing for 15 million.
Unbelievable, bro. Yeah, we're looking
Goodness
at we're
me.
looking at some players input into the club and input in the squad and additions that they make and that they have brought and that they are becoming, and we've seen a lot of possibilities to go further up, for the levels to go up. Now it's just for them to put it into work. We could talk all the fancy talks and all the, give them all the flowers when they deserve it, criticize them when they deserve it as well. And I think this team that we're building is something that, is going to surprise the fans going into Christmas and into January, because it's a strong squad. It might not be the deepest squad, but it is a strong squad. And if all the players that came in could make an impact, and some of the players there was there last season could step up, then who's to say we can't win the Europa League, defend the FA Cup, and finish in the top five this season? Who's to say that?
I know. Football's a funny game. You know what I mean? Like, winning is contagious, isn't it? Winning is a habit. And if we win games, I don't think our squad is that far off. I don't think our first team is that far off the championship. I don't. I really don't. I think we got the experience. I think, like, if you look at Man City, man for man, and Man United, man for man, you wouldn't say it's absolutely miles away from us. You know what I mean? We got some great players in there,
No.
obviously. Us, our back four, we've got Licha, we've got obviously Delict, we've got Euro to come in, we've got Mazrui, we've got Dalot, for goodness sake, our midfield, you've got Mainu, Ugarte, Casemiro. Come on, and you can't say that is some of the best players. Those are some of the best players in the world right there. And I feel like stuff is going to happen this year. We said it a few weeks ago that something will happen, eventually.
Winning is contagious, bro, and with these young attackers, we have them scoring goals and creating for the team in a positive way. Will only lift their performances even more, give them more confidence. Rashford getting that goal today. You know me, I real critical of Rashford, but this morning I just felt like he was going to get a goal. And I said to myself, I say, I would like him to score because I want him to show his best performances for the team. Don't get me wrong, as much as I might criticize a player, I want them to perform well. If they perform well, Manchester does well. We win. And that's what we want. You can't want anything less. Not because you don't like a player, you feel like he might not be good enough, means you shouldn't want him to perform well. I think all the players, we should want them to perform well. And I was happy that he got on the score sheet today. Hopefully that break, that duck of it over his shoulder, that dark cloud of not being able to, find the back of the net or create for the team going forward, and it improve his confidence. So I enjoy this win more for those is things more than totally the performance, because I like that some of the players who scored. I like some of the performance from some of the players. I think it will bode well for their confidence into the next game.
Absolutely. And this is the thing. It's not even about individuals, isn't it? It's like we want these players to perform. We just want to win football matches. We want to score goals. We don't care who it is. But we know the capabilities of Marcus Rashford, what he can do. It's just that he hasn't done it, enough recently. But hopefully that goal, it will spark something and he will start scoring some goals in the next few weeks. We need him, to be honest with you. That's the first of 7 games, I believe, that I think Eric Ten Hag's a big 7 games for him in regards to that. We got much more difficult games to come in. Crystal Palace away, obviously we know what happens there, and Aston Villa away, obviously Emery and all that. But it's a start, isn't it? And we can start moving now. And if we beat Crystal Palace and Aston Villa, who knows where we can go? Who knows where we go? We beat Spurs as well at home. We can beat Spurs at home, and then we go from there. The one thing I say is that we got to be ruthless, though. We got to be ruthless. We got to put these teams to the sword and start quickly at the end of the day, because Southampton looked a little bit dangerous at the opening stages, and I was a bit nervous. But, once we got that goal, we looked phenomenal, in my opinion, and things are starting to work out for me, bro. Absolutely. And I'm excited. I don't know why there's so much negativity. People are judging the team after 3 games. I've seen you on KG's show, mate, going against everyone on that panel. Do you know what I mean? And, and it's like, people are overreacting, bro. Overreacting. They're going over the top. You know what I mean? And you just need to understand that we've had bad starts in the past. Even on
Is that true? You know what that is, Sal? That is that is a byproduct of evolution and advancement. Technology advanced so far, and humans have gone so far from since 1990, 2000s, that everything's they expect this efficiency with everything. This, like, almost a computerized automatic efficiency in terms of progression on a scale. Everything working like stocks, rising on a consistent percentage over a period of time, and these things that they forget that the most key part of the foot of the sport is that is performed by humans. The people that playing on the field, they ain't robots. What I mean? They're not video game characters. They're human beings. And while they are fitter than we are, fitter than the average human being, much more,
yeah,
physically fit, they still are human beings, and they might have a bad day, and it mightn't be a flu. It might just be an off day. We have them as well. So sometimes these things is all part and parcel with the game, and it's not always a complicated or a tactical issue. Sometimes it's just as simple as players had a bad day. You know what I mean? Weird.
Exactly. But and that's the thing, and people just want to make too much into it. And as you said, they're human beings at the end of the day, and things can happen. Things have happened under Sir Alex Ferguson. We've had bad starts. The treble winning season, we had a
Mm.
bad start. And things can happen. Things can turn around. Football's funny. Who knows what can happen? I mean, I hope. Obviously, I'm always hopeful when we start the season. We're going to win a league. We're going to do this. Why wouldn't be? Why wouldn't we be at the end of the day? We're Man United at the end of the day. Of course, we should be confident that we can do it. But we also need us to be confident as well, and us to spread more positivity, of course, in regards to the manager, and not get too much on his back whenever any little bit of adversity happens. That's it. It's the manager. It's his fault. No, yes, he makes mistakes. But at the end of the day, look, those of us who are a bit ball savvy, who watch the game properly, can see things in the game, within the game. Even against Liverpool, I saw things within the game that, for me, was quite impressive, to be honest. And I was a bit excited, and to be honest with you. But we lost the game, and that is where you're judged on results on the pitch. But you know what? We win today and we move on. And that's what we got to do at the end of the day. Just move on and just keep winning football matches, just to shut people up, to be honest.
100%, bro. Well, Brentford leading Man City right now. That's a good thing. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Exactly. We
Bro,
need
I
a
even
couple
like,
of
bro,
losses,
listen,
yeah, for them
I
lot.
think not only that, but at the end of the day, I think a lot of people just look at these other teams like they don't lose or draw football games. I mean, it's true, Man United, is the biggest name in English football, but for the last decade, we have not been the most competitive team in terms of winning things. So now, we on the road back to trying to be competitive to win things again. It's going to take some time. And when they see teams like Brentford scoring goals on City and possibly could go 2-0 up, it shows that, it's not just us that could lose to our Brentford. You know what I mean?
Exactly, Man City losing almost 2-0 down. I'll just see, yeah, exactly. They can lose today. Exactly. Every team can lose any game, At the end of the day, it's only 6 points. We're behind, and that can change. I mean, I'm getting a little bit too ahead of myself, but I'm confident because I believe this team has quality. I do. Hopefully, we didn't get too many injuries there. I saw a couple of players limping off at the end. Hopefully, there wasn't too many injuries there, and hopefully, we can have a fresh team by next week, And I would play a few youngsters against Barnsley if possible as well. Bring some Collier in, and see what happens there and stuff. So definitely, bruv, definitely. But delighted, man. Happy. But better week this week. At least we can relax a little bit without the toxicity and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean the guys who all of us who like bet on they would say the Ten Hag defense league team members, we could breathe easy this week because they can't really criticize the victory too much. We won 3-0. You know what I mean? And we could have scored more. At the end of the day, I think it's not about Ten Hag in or Ten Hag out. I think it's about Manchester United is our team going through our squad rebuild, a work in progress, and we in the right direction. Is about what I mean, about continuing the progress and getting to the point where we could be a title contender every season again.
Exactly. Thanks, Mark. Let me get Bailey in for a little bit. I've got Bailey Tech here waiting on the wings. Big up, Bailey. What's going on, man?
What's really good in the hood, man? My
What's good
guy
in the hood, bro?
Marcus Rashford. My guy Marcus Rashford on the score sheet today, like I knew he would, like he should be. And I know obviously in the beginning of the match, a lot of fans were outraged that he started, but hopefully he's gone a long way to justifying his start today. He ran out a few defenders, he scored a goal. I think he set up a couple of chances. So yeah, he just needs to continue with this, and hopefully we can carry on putting teams to the sword following by the next match against Barnsley.
Exactly. Bailey, your mic's a bit crackling, my friend. Turn it down a little bit if you could do that, my friend. I think it's...
All right.
Is that better? That's better. Yeah, I'm happy for Rashford. I'm happy for Rashford. You know what? Hopefully he can go on a run now and score a few goals, man. Because that's what we need at the end of the day. We need a goal-scoring Marcus Rashford. That's what we need. You know what I mean? Because it's been 18 months. He hasn't obviously played well. He has been scapegoated somewhat. But all we care about is goals and winning football matches, And today he done well. And it's only good for United at the end of the day. As Mark was saying, it's all about how United are playing. If United are winning games, that's all we care about at the end of the day. It's not about individuals, of course, man. Who was your man of the match today, do you think? There was a lot of good performances in that team.
My man of the match is Andre Onana. He ain't gonna get no credit for a lot of people have been coming at him for several weeks now. He's doing this, he's doing that. Today he saved, in my opinion, he saved a penalty that wasn't even a penalty. And he gave us the platform to go on and put this team to the sword. Southampton didn't deserve that penalty, and they got their just deserves. And we was against the referee today with all the yellow cards that he was given. Shocking yellow cards, in my opinion, the majority of them. So yeah, we just done what we needed to do at the end of the day.
Absolutely, Bailey. Absolutely, you're spot on with the referee. Every little foul, it was a yellow card. But when Southampton are making fouls, it wasn't a yellow card. Absolutely, and that was. Look, I was watching it. I'm in the Middle East, so I was watching it on Arab television, and they done this breakdown of the penalty, and it was way outside the box. Way outside the box. I'm surprised they didn't even go to VAR. I mean, any other club that goes to VAR, of course, man. So luckily, Onana set the tone. To be honest, fair play to Onana, because that goal goes in. We're facing an uphill challenge. To be honest with you, we won't be going 2-0 up in the first half. Do you know what I mean? And it would have been probably a draw, maybe. And we might have still won the game, but it would have made it a lot more difficult. A lot more decisions would have to be made. Absolutely, man.
Do you know what's crazy, right? I'm watching it on TNT Sport, and even when they're showing the replays, they're only showing the angle that benefits the VAR. They're not showing the other angles where the point of contact would have been. So that's my concern, that they're trying to help the referee's decision for the penalty award, when I'm pretty sure when he first tackled him, it was outside of the box.
He was outside the box. They showed it on the TV. They done this little technology thing, and it was about a few inches outside the box. It was, and I'm surprised it didn't go to VAR. But that's just what Man United have to put out with. People don't see this. People think we're moaning and stuff. This is what we've had to put up with for months and months. This is United at the end of the day. They're, hated, adored, never ignored at the end of the day. So, they want us to lose. The referee definitely definitely not on our side today. He definitely wanted to give a couple of red cards out there for Man United. Fortunately, Southampton gave him no choice but to give them a red card, of course. So that was good, man. Big up Bailey Tex, man. Thank you for joining me, bro. Thank you so much, man.
Nice,
Nice one, bro. Good to speak to you, man. Rasta Stocks, what's going on, my friend? How you doing? Let me see if I can get you in. Big up, Rasta. Hope you're doing well. Let me have a look. Remove. Yeah, add to stage. Go for it, Rasta. What's going on, man? Good to speak to you, my friend.
What's good, man? What's good, man? Big up yourself, Mark. By the way, big up yourself.
Big up,
bro. Like, you know how many phone calls I got today? Oh, y'all gonna lose today, right? I'm like, yo, shh. Talk to me at the end of the match. For me, the man of the match is Onana.
A lot of people saying Onana, a lot of people.
Onana and Delete. I give them both those two man of the match, because Delete with that header, I'm like, yes. This is what we need. We drew first blood. I'm like, yes, we drew first blood. This is the momentum the players need, right? And for me, Xerxes performed good today, although he missed his chances. But he's gonna score a goal. Xerxes is gonna score another goal. But for me, man, that save against that save Onana did, I'm like, yes, man, yes. And that tackle that went against Garnacho, like he tried to break his foot. I'm just like, yo, that's so uncalled for. You raised up your studs. Like, what are you trying to do? So
that's the thing. And not only that, like, every time we touch a Southampton player, it was a yellow card.
Yeah.
It's like,
but this is the crazy thing. It's like you said, right? I was watching when Diogo Dilo did the tackle. That was outside of the box. That wasn't inside of the box. he slid outside of the box. The player tried to overstep, and I always tell people this, right? I feel like since Man United is the biggest club in England, right? The reporters always going to be against us. Referees is always going to be against us. VAR is always going to be against us. They need to speak about us so bad because they don't have no relevancy in their life. Like what you see when we want you see when the match was over, I called every person. I said, yo, remember, we're the bigger club. Y'all are the little club. Remember that. We are the bigger club in England. You guys are the little club. Remember that. I felt good today, man. I felt good today, man.
It feels good. I know. I know we have to take it in perspective. I know it's only Southampton, but I know that we have to just obviously you can only beat who you play against, innit? At the end of the day. And Southampton are going to take points off teams. They're going to take points off teams this season. You know, and for me, you know what? I always believe it. Like I'm always been positive about United, even beginning of this season. I've been positive because I believe that we're going to awaken sooner or later. And one day, you know, we're going to be back to where we belong. Man City will get their relegation coming up very soon. Don't worry about
Man
that.
City is down right now. Oh no, they just equalized. They just equalized. Damn.
They're going to win that game.
Equalized.
Yeah, they'll probably win that game. You know, these teams, they crumble against Man City for some reason. They just fold against them easily. That's the problem with these teams.
Let me tell you who I need to drop points. I need Liverpool and City to drop points. Those two teams, I really need to drop. And Arsenal.
Arsenal
I
going to struggle this weekend.
Let them struggle. I want them to struggle. Listen, I want all our rivals to struggle.
No Odegaard, no Rice. Tottenham are going to beat them. I got a feeling Tottenham are going to beat them this time. I think they got their number.
I heard for Chelsea, right? They're supposed to start Sancho. So I'm going to watch that Chelsea game. I want to see how he plays for Chelsea because, you know, in the contract, they sent him out on loan with the obligation to buy, right? I hope they buy Sancho because he does not want to be at United. He does not want to play, right? I see because I have cousins that live in London, right? And they send me like a few links showing me, oh, he's laughing, he's smiling. I'm like, bro, you on loan with one of our rivals, bro. Why you laughing? Why you smiling? You know what I mean? But overall, man, I'm just happy that we won this game today.
Last week, a lot of people, even so-called United fans, were celebrating Liverpool winning. Some of them came on this stream. Some of them were trying to banter us, even though we're supposed to be supporting the same team on the same side at the end of the day. And I'm just glad a lot of those guys are going to be quiet today. I had a few at the beginning of the show giving it, we're going to lose to Southampton today. You're going to lose. Watch, I'm going to come back. And I'm going to laugh at you and stuff. You know, like, to be honest with you, I'm not being exaggerating here. This game today could have been 6 or 7. Easily could have been 6 or 7.
It could have been, yeah. Because if Xerxes has made this, I think Xerxes had like 3 or 4 chances. If he had connected on one of his chances or 2 of his chances, yes. But for me, the finishing for me from Casemiro did a link up to Garnacho. I'm like that. I'm not like, yo, that was fantastic. That's fantastic right there. Right in the corner of the net.
There's lots of positives to take from that game, bro. Honestly, I mean, like some of the play, I saw a bit of it against Liverpool, but we didn't implement it as effectively. But today, you can see it. You can see what we're trying to do. And those people are talking about style of play. There's your style of play. At the end of the day, there's your style of play. That's what we're trying to do. Let this team settle. We got Ugarte in there as well. You saw Ugarte.
I just got one thing to ask you and Mike because when I'm done, I gotta go. But as far as Garnacho coming off on the bench as an impacting player, do you guys think that's a good tactical plan? Because I noticed the same thing against City. As soon as he came on the pitch against City, he scored.
I think we got to rotate it a little bit, share it out a little bit, because I think Rashford is good off the bench as well. I've seen it as well. You know, I just feel like obviously Garnacho's younger and he can be on the bench a little bit more. He's an impact player, of course. He's got pace and stuff. But we have to share it out a little bit. Start Garnacho in the cup games. Start him in the Europa League and stuff, and start Rashford in the league games for now. But we can rotate. We got quality there, obviously. So I'm happy about that, man. I'm happy about that. Yeah, I don't know what Mark thinks of that. Mark, obviously, how you feel
Well,
about Garnacho?
for me, it's like one or two things, right? We never really see Garnacho starting consistently with Rashford coming off the bench in replacement. So it's one of
Uh-huh.
those things where we don't really have a sample size to say, well, he's better off the bench. For now, we've seen him mostly come off the bench and affect games. So we could already say that, well, he's good off the bench. But I think if we give him a run of 10 games to start and see what he does, and Rashford be the one coming off the bench as the left winger, we might see something different. Who knows? He might impact games the same way. We might have two players impacting the game off the left.
And I'm glad that Ahmad is getting his fair share to start, man. I'm happy about that.
Well, yeah, I think he deserved that. You know what I mean? I feel like it was always going to be a situation where Garnacho should be more focused off the left for me. I think we played him off the right due to injury reasons last season and suspensions, and I think going away from that was what was the problem. Continuing with it too long, making him an option of the right wasn't really the best ideal situation for United. I think he needs to compete with Rashford off the left because Rashford needs to feel a sense of
And and
threat
and
that his
and
position
and,
is
and
not
and
solid.
that is why I agree with you, Mark, because I think this is about the 10th or 11th time you said this, right? Garnacho is better on the right. Ahmad is better on the left. Like I agree with you on 100% on that because it's like it has to be in Rashford's contract for him to start. Like it has to be. I'm not throwing shade at Rashford, but I just feel like when when we played against Brighton, although Xerxes made that mistake, Garnacho was on Garnacho was on the right, I believe, right?
Nah, he was
That
off the left. He was off the left.
he was off the level, but still, that should have been a goal, bro. That should have been a goal. But I'm just like, damn it, man, damn it. But there's nothing Xerxes could have did, But overall, man, I'm glad we got these 3 points, and the players. This is gonna give the players confidence, and I know Crystal Palace humiliated us last season. We need to put them to the sword. We need to get even with Crystal Palace. They embarrassed us. It's time for them to get embarrassed because they sold like what two or one of their players. I know one of their players is at Bayern Munich right now.
Yeah, the thing is with Crystal Palace last season is that people forget the injury list we had at that game.
Yeah,
We had unfit Johnny Evans. He wasn't even fit to play. He played the game, and we're bringing in players too early, and they took advantage of that. We had no left-sided player. I still think we need a left back. By the way, I still think that we had no left-sided player all season. Not even Martinez was
mm,
playing. And we got destroyed because obviously, if you have the imbalance in your side, you're playing against top players like Eze and Elise. They're gonna
yeah,
they're gonna ruin you on those sides. And
yeah.
this time it's not gonna happen. We're gonna be ready for that game.
Speaking of left back, um, we need to get a left back, whether it's from the academy or if the scouts are scouting, because like Luke Shaw makes me very nervous, man. Like he makes me so nervous. It's like if he plays, there's a possibility he might pick up some type of injury, right? And and I know end of the season. I know end of the next season. This season, Ericsson contract is up. Lindelof contract is up. Honestly, Lindelof could leave. Like he could. I wish he could have go like yesterday. But hey, I think when he got injured, that was a strategy for him for him to do so he could leave on the free because he's in the last year of his contract. But I'd say as far as We need two good replacements for Ericsson, or we need two good replacements for Lindelof.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, man. We do. It's gonna take time, don't it? Like we've done a lot of business this summer,
Yeah,
in and out. We haven't done enough out, of course, but these players are going to be gone soon. We know that Lindelof isn't even featuring in the Man United team at the moment. He's going to be out soon. He'll probably feature against Barnsley, but I think like our squad is changing. I think there's a new. We got obviously Kone come in. We've got Chida Martin come in as well. We got some good young players like Euro and when I saw Leacher and Delit today, it looked like they've been playing with each other for like 10 years. And I
yeah.
said that's going to be our centre back partnership for a number of years. Those two, God willing, if nothing, hopefully no injuries happen to them because they look solid, man. Honest to God, they look solid. And it's been a while since we could say that about our centre backs, of course.
And listen, I love how the fact our new CEO is cutthroat and ruthless, bro. Like when I went on the Man United app and read what he read, and like I did more research on the guy when it comes to business. Oh my God! I said, yo, this is what we need. We need somebody that's cutthroat and ruthless because he said if these players are not performing within 2 years, it's time for them to be moved on. And I'm like, yo, that is what we need to do. That is what we need to do.
It's going to happen. We're the sleeping giant at the moment, and we got one eye open at the moment. And I feel like we will be back. I'm confident. I'm confident. I'm confident that we'll have a good season this season, and we'll shut a few people up as well in the process. The league shut a lot of people up today. I'm glad about that. Because a lot of
Yeah.
people are writing him off too soon because he played badly for Holland. Apparently he played badly for Holland. I didn't see anything major wrong with what he did, but at the end of the day, since when did they care about what Holland do in the media over in England? They
Hon-
don't really care.
Honestly, I'm
Only
just glad
Manchester
we
United.
didn't get no injuries, man. I'm just glad we didn't get no injuries from international duty. Like that's the only thing I was just concerned about. I'm like, yo, listen, God, please make no one get injured. Please don't let anybody get injured. I'm like, yes, yes, thank you.
Absolutely. Guys in the chat, by the way, this is Rasta Stocks talking. You're getting a lot of love, my friend. That's Rasta Stocks talking, by the way. Just to let you guys know, it is Rasta Stocks talking. Speaking the gospel, of course, as usual, my friend.
Man, I'm
Absolutely.
just glad we got them 3 points today. That's all we needed, the 3 points. And I'm like, okay, 3 points and consistency. I love what I love. Oh shit, Holland scored again.
I know,
Again.
man. That guy, someone's got to check that guy out because I'm not sure about that guy. He scored
Jesus
too many goals.
Christ, bro. That's
Uh,
again.
they've got that winning thing, in it. That thing that we need, that winning. They never lose. They never lose. But they are playing Brentford at the end of the day. It is only
Yeah,
Brentford.
yeah, I know, but Brentford scored like within the first 25 seconds. But
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Sometimes you can score too early, though, especially against teams like Man City. You can score too early and then you end up sitting back for the rest of that, I didn't expect them to drop points today, to be honest with you. Are they playing at Etihad, isn't it?
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah, no way.
remember how we was playing against the FA Cup final and how we kind of boxed them in,
Yeah.
right? And I'm like, yo, listen, I feel like we need to. I forgot the formation we played against them, right? But I feel like I watch other Man City games, especially when they played against Chelsea last season, and even when they played against us and other teams. Yo, like City has has a kink in their defense, like in their whole formation. And this is the thing for me. I noticed when they get boxed in, right, and when other opposition defenders just press press and defend well, they tired out. They get tired out. And I tell people, look how go back and watch those games. If they get boxed in and they get exhausted, trust me, that's when the other teams could come in and strike. But some people don't really try to take advantage. But I'm glad the day when we won that FA Cup, we boxed them in. I'm like, yes, yes. I said I expect them to score a goal, but we win in that. We won in that trophy.
We outplayed them. We tactically outwitted them in that game. Absolutely outwitted them game. And I thought I'm surprised no other team has took our leaf in regards to the way we play Man City. And we should have beat them in the Charity Shield as well. In the Charity Shield, we should have beat them as well. And we were just unlucky because we had injuries and stuff. I don't think Martinez was playing, and they beat us on penalties. We scored and then we conceded, of course, but we should have beaten them twice at Wembley. You know, in regards to Man City, I think we got Man City's number. To be honest, I think that false number 9 up there, they struggle against that kind of play. There's a way to play Man City, and I think these teams have got to try and implement it because some of these teams' mentality is dead. You know, they go out there, they've already lost the game. It reminds me of Man United all those years ago when we were winning things. You know, as soon as we're in the tunnel, we've already won the game, you know, and that's the way I'm seeing it at the moment.
I tell people Manchester would always be right, bro. Like people need to remember Manchester City was a team from the League One and a team from the Championship. They were nobodies then. And to me, y'all lucky y'all have Pep Guardiola and oil money. That's the only difference. There's no major history. There's no passion for me. Right? And I'll always say, for me, the day when Wayne Rooney did that bicycle kick, I'm like, yes, Manchester is red. From that day, I said, yo,
Manchester will always be red.
from that Derby match, I'm like, yes, you blue bastards.
Bro, Manchester Red since I'm like what 5 years old. For me, because back then we had just started winning under Alex Ferguson. So,
bro, I tell people this, bro. My favorite Manchester player, bro, is the Wazza, bro. The Wazza, bro. Like, for me, I remember one time he was arguing with the ref, and they just passed on the ball, boom, the back of the net, bro. For me, the best number 10 our club ever had is the Wazza. I don't care what nobody say. The Wazza, and the best captain we ever had is Roy Keane. Roy Keane. And for me, sometimes I wish we had like the attitude mentality like Roy Keane had in our dressing room now. But hey, listen, things and time change. But I'm glad that we're getting back where we belong, bro. That's all I'm saying. I'm glad we're getting back.
Absolutely, Rasta. We will be back. Don't worry about that. We'll have it. You know what? And it's starting. It's starting now. Today was the day, a turning point. I feel it's a turning point, and we will be there at the end of the season. Don't worry about that. We're going to get that fear back factor again. I said we got to be scary again. We got to start being more scary, and I feel like we'll get that back. Old Trafford needs to be more scary. We need to be more scary as a football team, and we need to be more, because at the moment, the last few years we haven't been. We've been easy. At the end of the day, and in regards to when we play at Old Trafford, Old Trafford should be a fortress. 80,000 people should be a fortress.
Yep.
So people should go there and they should already lose the game. At the moment, people are sitting there prawn sandwiches, as Roy Keane said. And it needs to be more intimidating. It needs to be noisy. It needs to relentless. And hopefully we can regain that. Hopefully we'll capture that vibe that we had.
When do we play Liverpool again? When we play them again?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I mean, let me have a look on the fixture list because Man United we've got a few difficult fixtures coming up. Man United fixtures. Let me have a look at this because I'm going to look. We've got a few difficult fixtures coming up. Let me have a look.
Fixtures. I know we play Crystal Palace on the 21st.
Yeah, that's going to be the one. That's going to be a good match where we are. We play.
Yeah. And the following game after that
on the 17th
is when we play the UEL game against FC20 at home.
We win in that. Yeah, we win in FC20. We win in that. I see we win in that.
Then we got Spurs. We got Villa as well in between. We got Porto in between Villa and Tottenham. Yeah, we got Porto in between Villa and Tottenham. So we got Porto in between. No, we got a tough fixture list. Look, we got Crystal Palace away. 20 should win that one. Tottenham at
Mm-hmm.
home. Porto away. Aston Villa away. And then it's not. It doesn't get any easier. You know, we play Liverpool again. It's not probably going to be till not a while yet. But let me have a look down here. We play Arsenal on the 1st of December.
Uh-huh.
City on the 14th of December. That's difficult. December 14th.
Uh-huh.
And then we play Liverpool on the 4th of January.
4th of January.
Yeah.
Ah.
So yeah, and it's 4th of January. 25. Man United 12 8. It's not 12 a.m. Is it 7 p.m. 7 p.m. my time. So that is 4 p.m. UK time. I think that is like what time is it in America? 5 hours behind New York. So yeah, so it's early in the morning in New York.
But I know we got difficult games coming up, but I feel like I feel like the players are gonna do whatever they have to do to win. They need to, because we need to be back in the Champions League. We need to be back. It is essential for the club to be back in the Champions League. So no, whether we finish top 4, we win the Europa League, we need to be playing Champions League football. Because I'm good. I'm not saying I'm not happy we're not playing European football. I'm happy we're playing in a European competition, the second biggest competition in European football. But Champions League is where we need to be. We need to be in Champions League.
That's who we are. We're Manchester United. We should be in the Champions League. We were the first English club to believe in the Champions League, to play in the European Cup. We were the first team to believe in it. All these other copycats that come along afterwards, they can say whatever, because at the end of the day, we were the pioneers.
Because you know what don't sit right with me? Like I don't like that the fact that our main rivals have 6 cups. 6, bro. I don't like our main rival have 6 Champions League trophies. Like no. And when I say of all football clubs who I despise and hate the most, I hate Liverpool with so much. I hate is a strong word. I hate Liverpool so much. Yo, you see that the song they sing? I dislike that song so much. It is so annoying. Every time when I'm at work, I hear Liverpool fans singing that. It's so annoying. But that's why I said we need to go back to the Champions League. And I know that tournament is difficult, but hey, if we could win another Champions League trophy, I'd be like, hold that.
We should have won a couple. We should have won 2 more, 3 more. We should have done.
Bro, listen, the only person I like from Liverpool is Wazza, bro. Wazza.
Wayne Rooney.
That's the only thing I like. And Wayne Rooney, he was on the blue side of Liverpool, Everton. Right? That's the only person I like from Liverpool. Like, I do not like that those Scouse bastards have 6 champion, bro. Like, you don't understand. I'm not gonna get into this. I'm gonna calm down. But I despise that club more than any other club in the Premier League.
Absolutely. We all do, my friend. We all do. You know what? I was raised in London, innit? So for me, like, I had a few rivalries. Arsenal, a big rival. I didn't like Arsenal. I still don't like Arsenal. But Liverpool,
I don't like Arsenal. Oh, Brentford. Wait a minute. Brentford, what? Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought they scored. I was looking at something. I'm sorry, but me personally, I don't like Arsenal. Right? But I don't like Liverpool. I hate Liverpool more.
They're our greatest rivals, isn't it? They're our greatest rivals. What they don't understand is, right, and I'll say it like this, and you should say this to every single Liverpool fan there is. In 1958, in 1958, we sacrificed ourselves for European football for the sake of the Premier League teams today. to play in
Yes,
European competition. So Liverpool's biggest and greatest achievement was more or less down to Manchester United's sacrifice.
yeah,
Because none of those teams believed in European football back then. English teams did not. And we had to fly back to England. We had to fly back to England because they threatened us with deduction of points in the Premier League, in the first division, old first division back then. They threatened us with a points deduction. So we had to fly back quickly, which is why the Munich disaster happened. And at the end of the day, this and all that for these teams to be ungrateful, playing their European, they won it 6 times. Yeah, they
exactly.
won it 6 times. But they, you know what I mean? In England, we have you won it 6 times, you won it 6 times. We say we won it 3 times, we won it 3 times without killing anyone. We won it 3 times. Because at the end of the day, they done it they done it in a bad way. Ask Juve fans about Liverpool. Ask Heinzel in Belgium and stuff about Liverpool. Liverpool are a disgusting football club at the end of the day, what they've done, their fans, and they act like they're innocent at the end of the day. But you know what? They've won one title in 30 years, mate. 30, 40 years. They've won one
Yep.
title in 30 years. So where's the dominance here? All right, they won the Champions League a couple of times. But at the end of the day, look, anyone can win the Champions League, you know, at the end of the day, by fluke. You know, which they did. AC Milan was a fluke. We know it's a fluke. And they won a
Yeah.
COVID Champions League against Spurs.
So, and I know. So funny though, for me, you know which player for Liverpool I despise the most, and he's a pundit now.
Fowler or Owen.
No, man. Carragher. Because he doesn't know how he doesn't know how to shut up. Like, oh, talking about Man United is this money. I'm looking at this guy. I'm like, bro, from the years you spent at Liverpool, you never won a league. You never won the league. Why are you talking?
Exactly.
Shut
He won.
up.
Exactly. But Rasta, I better get on, my friend. Thank you so much for joining. It's good to speak to you at last, man. Thank you so much for
No
joining the
problem,
stream.
man. No problem.
Take
Mark,
it easy, my
big,
friend.
big up yourself, man. And you guys take it easy. I'm
Big
a
up, you guys.
scope out. I'm a scope out the rest of these games that's on today. I'm gonna make my little notes and analytics because I'm like, yo, like eventually they're gonna run out of gas, especially with these Champions League fixtures, especially City. So yeah,
Big up, Joe. Big up everyone in New York, by the way. Big love over there and stuff like that. Thanks a lot, Rasta.
all right,
Stokes,
man.
thank
Take
you.
it easy.
Cheers, man. You too. Cheers, bro. Thank you. Big up, Rasta there. Big up. Big up. Mark is still here, of course.
Big up, bro.
Big up,
That's
bro.
in the grocery store. So big up
Big up, man.
everybody in the chat. Hope you guys have a great day.
You know what? I feel like we're gonna have a good season. I feel like I feel like top three. I said it a few weeks ago. Top three we'll get, and I think we'll go from there. To be honest with you, I know that we're feeling it. We felt the heat the last 10 years. We felt the heat the last 10 years, but that's fine. It's gonna make it all the sweeter. You can't appreciate the sunshine until you felt a bit of rain, isn't it? So we'll be there. We got the receipts, isn't it? Definitely. Big up everyone in the chat, by the way. Big up Jim. Jim, how you doing? Big up Jim. Big up Jarl. Good to see you, Jarl. Good to see you. Lucky Singh, good to have you back, my friend. Good to see you back, Lucky Jarl. We're looking for someone similar fun. Lissandra Martinez, Harry Grant, Ahmad Diallo, Toby Collier. Big up, of course. Yeah, Toby Collier to come in the cup matches, of course. Lucky next match. Big up everyone in the chat. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. You absolute legends. I'm going to be off now. It's been an hour talking to you guys. And reaction: Manchester United 3, Southampton 0. Thank you so much. It's a fantastic result. We move on. We won't get too giddy, but now the toxicity can just go down slightly, especially with that man of the match performance from De Ligt, of course. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. You absolute legends. And I'll be back tomorrow for Breaking Dawn, of course, as usual, guys. Take it easy. Cheers, Brian. Big up everyone. Big up Rasta Stocks, of course. Rasta Stocks was on the chat. It was the one who talking the gospel there. Big up Rasta Stocks, as usual. Take it easy, everyone. I shall see you tomorrow for Breaking Dawn, of course. And don't forget to join me for that. And then more celebration on our fantastic win today, guys. Take it easy. I'm Sal Warner. This is Stretford Post. Good night, guys. Peace.